And we have, we're just tapping our feet and bobbing our heads.
Somebody behind the scene was trying to sing.
Yeah,
and I thought that, was that...
Can you imagine? I wouldn't, let's not say who though. He was just humming, and he sounded good, you know.
Okay.
So I'm sure the artist of the week will be happy to know that our director is actually singing your song and singing it. I said it.
Yes, you just said it.
I said it. Okay. Moses Akoh is an eclectic singer, songwriter, and musician. He's also a leader who's traveled far and wide ministering in music. He graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree in Human Resources Development Management from the Trinity University of Asia, Quezon City, Philippines. During his studies in the Philippines, he was able to earn himself various awards of recognition for his outstanding academic performance and musical escapades. Now, when you use the word escapades, it sounds negative. So, but let's see, Moses, welcome to Sunrise, and we will start off with that word, escapades. Were you having such escapades?
I know. I did a whole lot of musical travels, a lot of I was on different stage, you know, like singing, and just like I was also speaking. So basically I was teaching music, praise, worship, and all that. So I just called it escapades.
Okay, you were teaching. Oh, not just that you were singing, you were also teaching.
Yeah, I was teaching. So I would go around, you know, worship teams, like small worship teams in churches, and I would teach about worship. I'll teach about song leading. I taught about like how to use your voice properly. So basically, I was like doing a whole lot of musical travels in the Philippines.
Okay, so music must mean a lot to you. Tell us what music exactly means to you.
Music is my heartbeat. Music is everything that comprises of Moses. Music is how I am able to communicate what I am feeling. Is my perfect tool. Music is like my weapon, and my voice is actually the thing that conveys, you know, what I feel on the inside, you know, coming from my soul, coming from my experiences. So music is that vehicle that I used to convey my trueness, convey my authenticity. So music is Moses.
Okay, music is Moses. I like that. But you went to school and studied human resource development management. One would have thought that you go do music, since you've been singing for a long time. Actually.
When I went to the Philippines, I went with the mind to just study. So I had left Nigeria. I had studied for a while in Nigeria, and I was going. I mean, people asked me, why are you not going to study music? I'm like, yo, I know this music. Music is like in me. So what I need to do is study something else that I love, which is human resource, which is something I love to do, just relating with humans and people and developing people, and then add it to my musical ability, which I already know innately. So it was like a double-edged, you know, weapon.
Let's talk about your kind of song. You're supposed to be singing gospel, but I thought I heard a love song. You know, does it have to do with the love of Christ?
Yeah, so the song you just heard, Falling in Love, is actually about the love of Christ. But we are coming to that time and that age, musical age, or let's say Christian music age, where we cannot just only keep writing songs that sound like church, but we need to write songs that can be able to go farther, because the essence of the gospel is that it reaches the ends of the earth. There are people who understand the language of hip-hop. There are people who understand the language of pop. And sometimes we cannot just only write songs that are church-sounding. So that song you heard, Falling in Love, is actually a song about the love of God, how God loved us first, even while we're yet sinners. But when you listen to it, you think it's just a pop, you know, it's like I'm falling in love with who. But the most important thing about the song is the spirit behind the song, not what the song is saying. But when you now look into what I'm really saying, then you get it. Oh, it's actually a song about the love of God.
So is there a story behind you singing gospel instead of, for instance, R&B and any other kind of music? Is there a story behind it?
Well, I was raised Christian. I was raised in a Christian home. All my values are Christian values. So all I have known all my life is the gospel of Jesus. So basically, I started to sing in the choir, and that just translated into me writing Christian songs. But on my album, I don't just have gospel songs. I have a song about love for the world, love for people, because I also think that that's part of the gospel, that we love our neighbors. I also wrote a song about an advocacy song against drug abuse. So I think it's part of the gospel. It's just that people like to put us in the box sometimes and say, oh, this is a gospel singer, so he only sings songs that, you know, have God. So, but basically, as a singer, I have several messages that I can convey.
Okay, now let's talk more about that music. You sing in gospel, you have a message. Looking at the youth of today, you know, our environment, the entertainment industry, do you think this message or these messages you pass across are going far and wide?
I absolutely think so, because we live in a time now that is really fast-paced and fast-moving. We live in, like, I call it the fast food generation, in that the young people are all about, you know, like, they scroll through their phone, and then they just want to move on quickly to the next thing that's happening. And I think as an artist, I have to keep up with that trend, in that what I'm releasing and what I keep putting out is consistent, and then it tallies with the time and what people are engaging in now. So that was one of the reasons I wrote the song about love, because there's so much of hate in the world right now, and the song simply said, show some love. And I wrote a song about, you know, like drug abuse, and how that, you know, the world is like, I mean, like, going into that so much, and it's destroying the youth. I'm a young person, I'm a youth myself, so I have to write songs that relate to that. And the responses I've gotten from those songs are amazing. I was able to sing Show Some Love in a movie premiere of my friend Uchechukwu about domestic abuse, and, you know, people felt the impact of that song. So I believe that my music, and the more music that I'm going to write in the future, will have great impact in this time.
You know, so I asked a question, well, we asked a question different times about how you managed to move from human resources to music, and you said it's because that's what you want to do. Your parents, your family, what do they think of your music?
Well, at first it was difficult. You know how it is in Nigeria, you know, like, our parents want us to be doctors, want us to be accountants, lawyers, engineers. And music was something that I did every day. So in the house, I was always singing, and my family didn't exactly find it as something that I should be investing so much time into. They thought I should study more, you know, and all that. So at first it was a little bit rough, but the principle of consistency kept me going. So I kept being consistent with what I was doing. I kept improving my skill.